What's the craziest thing a teacher saw and just pretended didn't happen? It was supposed to be a fun field trip, 5th grade science museum day, but halfway through, things turned into a nightmare. We were walking back to the buses when I heard a weird thud behind me. I turned and saw Brandon, one of the quieter boys in my daughter Ava's class, flat on the pavement, clutching his ankle. A bigger kid, Mason, stood over him, laughing. "Get up, loser," Mason said, then kicked Brandon's side hard enough to make him cry out. I looked around for the chaperones. Miss Tracy, their homeroom teacher, was leaning against a bus scrolling on her phone, completely oblivious. Brandon tried to crawl away. Mason stomped on his backpack and tore the zipper open, dumping everything, pencils scattered across the asphalt. His lunch fell out and Mason crushed the sandwich beneath his shoe like it was some game. Another mom and I rushed over. "Mason, stop right now," I shouted. He turned and grinned. "We're just playing." "Right. Brandon?" Brandon didn't answer. He was crying too hard. Miss Tracy didn't budge until we called her name. "He's being dramatic," she said, not even looking up. "Brandon always overreacts." That's when Mason grabbed Brandon's water bottle and threw it into traffic. It shattered under a passing car. "Enough," the other mom snapped. She knelt beside Brandon. His ankle was swelling fast. I helped him sit up. "Where's the first aid kit?" I asked. Miss Tracy finally looked over. "In the main bag, but really, this isn't a big deal." I stared at her. "A child is injured and you're treating this like it's nothing?" Mason started yelling at us now. "He deserved it. He told the teacher I took snacks." Miss Tracy responded with the most bizarre thing I've ever heard. Well, tattletales have to learn somehow. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. A kid was being assaulted in front of her, and she blamed the victim. Another student ran to get the principal, who'd stayed behind at the museum gift shop. While we waited, Mason walked over and spit on Brandon's ruined sandwich. That was it for me. I started filming. "You're letting this happen?" I asked Miss Tracy. She tried to block my phone. "You're not allowed to record minors." "I'm recording you," I said. "And your neglect." The principal arrived just as Mason tried to run. He intercepted him. We showed the footage. More students stepped forward, saying Mason had been bullying kids all year, pushing them downstairs, stealing lunch money, making threats. One girl said she stopped bringing snacks to school because Mason would take them. Miss Tracy's excuse? "Boys will be boys." The principal looked ill. "You've had how many reports?" he asked her. "5, maybe 6, she said casually. "But kids lie." An ambulance took Brandon to get his ankle checked. It was fractured. The district launched a full investigation. Turns out Miss Tracy had dismissed multiple complaints, not just about Mason, but about her refusal to discipline any student she considered strong-willed. Her license was suspended pending review. Mason was transferred to a different school with mandatory counseling. Brandon returned to class 6 weeks later with a walking boot and a new support plan. And Miss Tracy? She blamed the parents. "They're too sensitive now," she told reporters outside the hearing. "No one knows how to raise tough kids anymore." But no one was listening. Not anymore.